I know you've never been a guy that gets wrapped up in numbers, but how many people like me come up to you every single year and sit there and go, man, I can't believe what you've done as a coach and all these numbers and everything, and I know that you're never a numbers guy. Yeah, you're like second active all the time. What does all this talk mean to you?
Well, mostly nowadays they ask, how many more years are you going to be doing this?
Okay, so how many more years are you going to be doing this?
I don't know. Right now I'm just taking it day to day, year to year. I am feeling a little bit older, but still enjoy being around the kids and enjoy the competition of Friday nights and the excitement that is generated from Friday nights. So I don't know, we'll see. Things are going pretty good. I got a great staff, which helps out quite a bit. Kids are playing hard, giving us all they've got. So if I can just keep putting one foot in front of the other, then I might be doing it for a few more years.
And the thing that I've always marveled at about your program is that the number of coaches versus volunteer coaches, those that always want to come back and help contribute, that's always been a factor in the success.
No question, and we've been very fortunate that we've had great coaches that have played at our school and have come back to help coach. I've got a great number of alumni that are on my staff at all levels, and that's very valuable for us. We get a lot of mileage out of that, but certainly do. But yes, we do have to depend on community coaches. We would love to have more in our classrooms, helping out, teaching on a day-to-day basis and getting around the kids on a more regular basis. But they come in and give us a great job, give us a great effort, and they know the game very well and they teach it very well.
What's the biggest lesson you learned about yourself from last season?
For me, not to get too involved on play calling. I kind of, hurt our situation at Cartersville, tried to outsmart ourselves a little bit in that particular ball game. That ended up costing us late, and we got to do a little bit better job in our kicking game, and that's what I'm referring to specifically. But when you look back at the losses that we've had in some big ball games, it's come down to kicking game, and we pride ourselves on our kicking game a great deal, and we work real hard on it. It's just that there's so many different factors of the kicking game that can come into play. Protection, snaps, placements, kicks themselves, punts, catching the ball, so many different factors. And that's the thing that's kind of come back to bite us a little bit in some big ball games. So we got to find a way to win some big ball games through the kicking game.
When you look at your non-region schedule, what do you see this year?
Well, a lot of good football teams that are well coached, great programs. We're playing a lot of private schools with Lovett and Woodward and Westminster. We're playing a team out of Las Vegas this year, Canyon Springs out of Las Vegas. We've got them the second week. They're coming to our place, so we're excited about that. Don't really know what that's going to entail, but we'll see. So we're playing a lot of good, solid football teams, football programs, well-coached teams early in the year, and we like to think that if we can get out the gate pretty good and get some confidence, that we've got a chance to build a pretty good season for ourselves.
How does that work when a team from Vegas is going to be coming to Hughes Spalding? Is it there knock on your door and go, okay, we'd like to talk to Coach Chadwick, please. We'd like to come and play. How does something like that work?
Well, this was kind of a residual from when we played in Dublin, Ireland a few years back, and we got on a kind of an odd schedule in relationship to the Georgia schedule, which was on a 2-year basis. And so that's kind of bumped things back for us and left us with a 9-game schedule this particular year. So we just solicited to try to find somebody anywhere we could throughout the country that was interested in coming to our place to play, because we needed a home game. We already got 5 away games this year, so we needed another home game. They happened to respond to our request, and it worked out pretty good.
What's the biggest obstacle you face as a coach, not necessarily on the field these days, but is there one off the field thing that has really been a thing that you've had to tackle, pardon the pun?
Well, football has become almost a year-round sport, even at the high school level. The amount of workouts and training that you have to do, conditioning, weightlifting, passing leagues, all these type things is generated a full year calendar for football alone. And so getting all of our team, all of our players committed to doing that has been a little bit of a challenge, because they've got other things that they're doing. They're playing baseball, they're playing lacrosse, they're playing basketball. They're doing so many other different things. It's become very difficult to maintain that kind of consistency throughout the calendar year in terms of training for football.
So then, if you were grand exalted poobah of everything football for a day, king for a day, whatever ruler you wish to be, is there one thing either on the field or off the field that you would change? What's your biggest, I guess, pet peeve that you think should be changed?
Oh gosh, I can't think of anything offhand. I just, I wish it wasn't so much entailed off season as it is, as much as it's become. I wish there was a little bit more downtime. I've had exactly 5 days that I've not been on campus at Marist School this summer, excluding some Saturdays, but generally I'm there on Sundays doing things, and 5 days a week throughout the course of the summer. And that's too much. That's too much. There needs to be some more break time, some more downtime. But we feel like we have to do it in order to keep pace with everything else that's going on at all the other different programs that we're competing with.